How's it going, guys? My name is Eclipse, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 basic things you need to know about Photoshop. So as I said, guys, today I'm going to be showing you 5 basic things that everyone should know about Photoshop. Now obviously this video is going to be geared towards people who haven't really used Photoshop before, and if you're well accustomed to using this program, then this video probably isn't for you. But with that out of the way, let's get going to my number 1 tip. And this tip is very easy and very basic. It's just to learn the keyboard shortcuts. This will drastically speed up your workflow and increase your skills as a designer. That's my first tip. It's pretty easy. You can search up the keyboard shortcuts on Google, do a quick search, you'll find them easy. But with that out of the way, I'm going to talk to you about my second tip. So the second thing I'm going to be showing you guys how to use is the transform tool. And for this, I have this lovely image of a mountain. So to bring up the tool, you want to go to Edit, Transform, and select Scale, and this will bring up the proportions of your image. Another way to do it is by using the keyboard shortcut, Ctrl-T, and this accomplishes the same thing. So use this tool to resize your image by dragging from any one of the points in any direction. But as you can see, when we do this, it squishes or stretches our image and loses the aspect ratio. To avoid this, all you want to be doing is holding down Shift while dragging from the corners. This will make sure to keep your aspect ratio while you're resizing your image. Another way to do it is by holding Shift and Alt when you do it, and this will resize it from the center of the image while still keeping the aspect ratio. The last thing I want to show you using the transform tool is how to skew your image. So if you hold Control and Shift while dragging one of these points, it will skew your image and give it a nice, almost 3D look. This is great for your designs and it's a good skill to know. So that is it for tip number 2. Let's get on to tip number 3. So the next quick tip I have for you guys is how to add basic lighting. So the first thing you want to do is create a new layer above your image or your design, and you want to select a full black color. Then by using a brush with a hardness at 0%, you can brush along the sides of your design and create a black like vignette kind of style thing. And then once you have done that, you want to reduce the opacity down maybe about to 20%, and this gives it a kind of, it helps focus on the center. And then it's a bit of lighting you want to do is you want to make a new layer again. Select the full white color and you want to zoom out, make your brush a bit bigger, and just do one light at the top of the design, maybe about a quarter of the brush. This creates a focus light at the top of your design that really helps to focus on whatever in the middle of the design. You can lower the opacity down if you want, maybe to about 50%, 60%. That's pretty good. To be honest, this image probably isn't the best one to be displaying and demonstrating the lighting, but it works well. And so that's how you add basic lighting to your design. So the next thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about is adjustment layers, and these are pretty awesome. I use them in pretty much every one of my designs, at least one per design. And today I'm going to be showing you my 5 favorite ones and explaining to you how they work, so that hopefully you'll get a better understanding of what they each do. And the first one I'm going to show you is brightness and contrast. This is pretty self-explanatory. The brightness slider adjusts the highlights of your image, while the contrast slider adjusts the shadows. The next one I'm going to show you is the exposure, and this is pretty similar to brightness and contrast, but it does a little bit of a different thing. The exposure, it adjusts the light tones of your image, the offset adjusts the midtones, and the gamma correction adjusts the dark tones. So like I said, that one's pretty similar to brightness and contrast, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It kind of does the same thing. But the next one is vibrance, and this allows you to adjust the saturation of your image in 2 ways. First one is saturation, and this adjusts the saturation of your picture and of your colors quite evenly across the whole image, while using vibrance does it more selectively, and it gives a different look and a different feel. The next thing I'm going to be showing you how to use is hue and saturation, and this one is also pretty self-explanatory. Allows you to edit the colors of your image. By using the hue slider, you can change the colors of your image to make it a completely different color, or just slightly to give it a slightly different look to it. The saturation, I wouldn't usually adjust much, just leave it how it is. And the lightness allows you to adjust the brightness of your image quite evenly across your whole image. But we're making it all the way to one side, it will make it either full white or full black. The last adjustment layer I'm going to be showing you is black and white, and this of course is very self-explanatory. It just allows you to add a grayscale to your image, and the default settings are usually fine, but if you want to make it a bit more custom by removing some of the reds or different colors, you can adjust the sliders and play around with it and get it exactly how you want. But that is it for this tip, and now I'm going to go on to the last tip, which is saving for web.
Maybach music.
So the last tip I have for you guys today is how to save your images in the highest possible quality while still keeping the file size reasonably low. So all you want to do is you want to select all your layers and hit Ctrl E to merge them. Next you want to change the opacity to 99%, and this will reveal some checker boxes in the back of your image, but you don't need to worry about these because these will disappear when you save it. So next you want to go to File, and you don't want to go to Save, you want to go down to Export and Save for Web Legacy. And all you want to do here is make sure your file type is as a PNG and not as a JPEG, and you don't have to worry about the rest of the settings, and then you can just save your image, and that will give you the highest possible quality that your image can be. So sadly guys, that is the end of the video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you could share this video, that would really help me out a lot. Anyway, as I said, this is the end of the video, so I'll see you in the next one.